Oh, I almost caught milestone 2 completing. Alright, so milestone complete. I was editing the thumbnail, which is quick and easy, creating the playlist, getting the video uploaded, all of the things, and saw that it was about to finish. So that's scheduled for yesterday, today for me. Same day that I'm recording this. This should come out, that first video, like 20 minutes after I recorded, hopefully. So now we're gonna have space platforms, which is amazing. And we're building on the same shape that we just built, except we're gonna add the same piece to it, again, just reversed. So I will need more of those blues, but I don't really want to build them the way that we're currently doing it. So I want to change this. Luckily, I didn't make things super copy and pasteable, but like almost copy and pasteable. So what we want to do is remove that and click this one, Control C. So now I'm only going to use new blueprints, I think. So this one, we can do Control S, and I'll just put a 1 before the name for any new blueprints made for this series. So this will be 1 minor. I'm going to put 1 dash, because I sometimes do like the quantity of machines, but we're going to do, or I'll do 1 dot. 1 dot means that it's for this playthrough. Bam. Makes sense to me, kind of. Somewhat. And we can click this one, hit Control C. I think I could have just hit click this and hit C. We don't have to do Control C. Main thing is to get these off of the platform as much as possible. And now, really, I don't even want this right next to here because that's one of my inputs, which I value. So what I'm going to do is click this one, Control X, delete this one, Control V, put it like that. This one, C. This one, I don't know how to rotate it. Hit Control V. There we go. No! This one, C. That's why I do Control C versus Control V, because then it puts it so that it's ready to paste again. All right. So what we want is these. I want to make a module, a thing. I'm trying to think really quick. So do I want 4 full belts of these? Probably. All right. To make a module, or a platform, there we go, that's what it's called. To make a platform, all I have to do is this. Oh, one thing I could do while I'm doing that, though, I could set up miners. I'm going to quickly do that. So if we hit B, 1 miner, this one. Let's look at how things are set up. I'm just going to do that. And there are how many of these total? There are 9 of these total, so we'll use 8 of them. And I could just go to this, then hit tab. That one, this one, this one, this one, that one. Perfect. Oh, now I want to delete everything that's currently set up here. Especially when they're right next to the edge like this. But first I want to get them onto different platforms so that I can rebuild them. I'm torn between, I just want to plug these in because these are one of the things that we need. And I want to get the next milestone working. All right, so you go like that. The problem is these are right here in my face and I don't like them. And it would be easy to shift them, but I don't want to. All right, so we're going to shift them. This much. Which is a hassle. All right, is that one still hooked up? It looks like it is. This one is not hooked up. Spending time to hook up things that really I should just be destroying, but we'll destroy them soon. And the reason we're doing this... Okay, so I come forward, go up, and come back down. Copy this. That. We don't really need that much input, but whatever. Come up a level. Plug this in. Plug that in. This really is excessive. We only need 100 of these. But now, anything that I plug in to this belt, it'll just feed in 4 full lines. It's not set up the way that I want it for the final thing, but it's close enough. We can modify it. So that might actually stay for a while, where all this other stuff is going to get deleted. All right. One of the first things to get deleted is supposed to be you. So what is it that you're doing exactly? I don't know. For right now, I'm not going to worry about making things too compact. We're just going to worry about making them. Huh. That works pretty well. Did I need to flip it? Maybe. Or will it break if I flip it? It shouldn't break if I flip it. So normally I want things to take up a single module if possible. Right now I'm going to use 2 modules. Which is less than ideal. And the output from these goes like that. So now, if I zoom out enough, click this, Control-C, Control-V, this module is not set up correctly, but it's almost correct. So what we actually need... I didn't leave a ton of space. I don't need a ton of space. I need that much space. Beautiful. That much space. Right now, we're just getting things hooked back up and working back to the level that they were working before. Later, I can do this better. Although, maybe this is pretty decent. I'm using 2 of these to get the exact piece that I want. I like it. I'm going to say good enough for right now. Where do I want those pieces? Control X. I'm going to put those pieces right here. Just so that if I want access to this, I can pull off of here now. So these ones. I don't really want to feed these back onto here. Because whatever they were doing on here, I would rather they do it somewhere else. Alright. We could delete this one thing. Or I can do these stackers. Huh. I'm trying to think. When I upgrade the stacker speed, which we will do once I get task points, which that's only 1 task point, crap. If I cut these in half, I do want to make a thing to cut these in half. Maybe I work on that right now. But cutting them in half probably will take multiple things. So the ones to cut in half, do I want to flip it like this when I cut them in half? I don't know. I don't want to think about it too much, but I probably should. It would kind of make sense to have a thing that cuts them in half and rotates them. Which is what this currently does. Plus it's already set up to do that. So this creates how many per second? This one does 22 per second, belt does 90, so we need 4 of these. Or 1 belt. Again, I think I'm going to use 2 modules. Just using 2 modules makes sense. I think so. If I'm using 2 modules, let's come here, do this. And I do want both halves for right now. Oh, weird. I don't actually know why I'm rotating them. Why am I rotating them? I don't know. For right now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to plug that back in. This one. that one. It's close to what I want. Wait. That doesn't quite work, but it's close to working. That works. No, I had it all. Alright. I'm going to start making good blueprints soonish. I swear I am, probably. So now, I want to zoom out enough, Control-C, delete this, Control-V, come in, take all of this, Control-X, flip it, do that. And I think that should just do these next two. Alright, so, while those are going, will that do the next two? I mean, it'll do something on here for sure. And then we can worry about the next ones after that. While I'm getting those tasks, why am I getting them? Oh, I was getting them so that I get quicker stackers, I think. I don't know. Or so we can get something else. What I'm supposed to be doing is that's why, because I was going to do stackers. All right, let's make one of these. Platform. Single platform. That platform. I'm actually just going to build one of these right here that I can easily copy and paste. And we're limited to 255 platforms. Wait, wasn't one of the things that I needed this? Not to get too distracted, but was it? Okay, eventually I need it, but not right now. Alright, then we're not going to worry about that. If I wanted, I could up the production of these, but I can't really up the number that are being put in unless I plugged in more inputs. So this is fine as it is. Alright, we have 4 full lines of these. What am I doing with those? Those are getting stacked. Stacked, stacked, stacked. But currently we're only stacking 2 lines of them. Could stack 4 lines. How hard is that? Not that difficult. Alright, input, input. I want to reverse the outputs. Output. Nice. 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 It's beautiful. This game makes me want to make a video game. But so did Factorio. Factorio did because the user interface pissed me off so much. This one does because the user interface feels amazing, but the game is way too simple. It does still have lots of little quirks with the user interface, but they're all like understandable ones. I don't know if I could come up with a better way of doing it than they do. So no complaints there. Oh, right, I do have to figure out the other input, which is going to be a problem. I did not consider that enough. Okay, hold on. If I have to do the other input, then this becomes a lot trickier. I should get these sped up first. I'm about to finish those tasks. I should check. So that and that. Does that get me enough? Probably does. Upgrades. To get this upgrade, because now, instead of needing 9 of these, we only need 15 per minute, 6 of these. So 3 of these can go away, which buys me so much more space. I still do need to plug in all the same stuff. Whatever. X. And eventually we'll get whole different ones of these. Flip this. Rotate it. Flip this. Rotate it. Why don't I just have this like this? I don't know. Looks good to me. So these ones need to go up to the top. I don't see too much reason not to just go up immediately. Go up. Come down. Cool. Come back down. Come up. Go here. Go here. And then, do I have a preference for left versus right for the input? Not really. Okay. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. That is going to be a bit of a pain. Huh. Okay. Why am I doing it like that? It's a good question. If I did it from this side, my life becomes easier. Let's do it from this side. And hit V so that we can see. So the reason it becomes easier from this side is then I can just go like that and like that. And then this one can just come up here. That almost made my life easier. Ooh, that almost made my life easier. All right. Let's make our life easier. There we go. Life looks easy. It's beautiful. One of these I thought wasn't hooked up, but it looks like it is. So now all I have to do is input. Sadly, it's inputting in a weird way. But I have to input that whole piece that I was making. I am making them. It's these pieces. These pieces right here. But I don't really want to just... Like, I could plug that in and start getting it to produce. But really, I want to pull all of my modules off. I should be doing this, starting from the reds. Do I want to do it? I mean, I do. I do and I don't. So, while I'm doing that, what are these ones doing? They're doing weird things. Couldn't I rotate these slightly before I cut? Or not rotate them before I cut? No, I probably want to rotate them. I don't know why they're just rotating them to get them aligned. That's not really necessary. Whatever. Works for the moment. Just wondering if I want to work on the tasks or not. I don't think I do. Let's keep working on the milestone. Milestone is good. So you right now could be, if I zoom out, just delete this. Then I'll quit being distracted by it. Let's scoot that back. All right, plug it in. Cool. So we want this one. Control X. I was trying to decide where I wanted this. So it's easier to get to here from down here. But that's not like a long-term answer. Oh well. Rotate. That's why I didn't want these right here. Fine. It's not like I really need to keep these, but there. All right, so you... want to be going into a platform. It doesn't really matter where the platform is. Platform will go right there. The big thing I want from these is to take one of these. So we're sending 4 full lines, which is excessive. I want to take one of those lines and output a full belt of these things, I think. But... or a full 4 belt. I don't know exactly what I want yet. let's think about that. That saturates 1.5 lines. Total, we want 4 lines, which means I would want 3 of these. Can I fit 3 of these on here? Feels doubtful, but kind of? Oh no. I could if I had designed this better. I can easily do 2. The thing is, I don't know if I really need this many of these single pieces either. But if I designed it well, it would work into the future. It's just, is my goal to design it well, so that's one, is that one full belt of them? No. Let's go back and look. 2 of these makes 1 full belt, makes 1.5 belts. 135 per minute. Wait, is it 2 of these modules? Oh, never mind, it's 1 of these. So this makes its own belt. Okay, then that's not bad. I think that's what's going on. I should know. Okay, if that's the case, then the problem is, like, what do I do with these other belts? It's kind of too much stuff. All right, I'm gonna go up, over, down, over. 1 belt becoming 2. Does that make sense? No. 1 belt should become 6. 1 belt should become 6. That tells me that I still have left over on this 1 belt. I have lots of leftover on this 1 belt. Huh. So what is my plan with that? I'm thinking. I kind of think that I want these to come off the side or something. If there's 1 line feeding in, there will be 6 lines of these feeding out. I don't know what the best way to do that is without wasting a whole bunch of materials, which I would rather not do, even though we have an excess of them. I'd be fine with 1 line producing 4 full lines of these. Currently, I'm just going to do that using 2 modules. Yet again, later we'll work on doing things better. Right now, this is how we're doing things. But the space is not great. Oh well. The space would be better if what? If this one was going into the top and these ones were going into the bottom. Can I do that? Can, but can I easily do that? Hopefully. Kind of need more space. So that one's pretty easy. Stop this. Stop this madness. This other one's kind of a problem. But does it need to be? That solves it. Sweet. I just needed... I just needed enough room that I could go overhead, which we can do from right here. Go up. Come over. Go up. Come over. Come down. That's what I needed. Room to be able to go down. Then this can plug in. This can plug in. So that's going to make 2 of those lines. That's what I want. That's acceptable to me. Why don't I just go over in the same way? Not that I need to. But it makes it more clear to me what I'm doing, kind of. Alright, so 1 line of this makes 1 of these. So that would get me 4 of these. This one. That one is going to go like that. Like that. Like that. So now, if we zoom out, if I zoom out enough, this should be able to plug in like this. And that should get me 4 full lines, which is an excessive amount. So 16 full lines, which is the most that 1 lane of these 3 lanes on the big space belts, whatever they're called, can handle. So this will be a full belt of these little pieces, which means that I can make use of them in all the things that I need to do. You are in the way, kind of. You are exactly in the way. Cool. So this was supposed to go... No, this was just one of the pieces that was needed. Let's make sure these are all actually working. I think they probably are. Not the prettiest, it's taking up a lot of space. More space than I would like, but it's easy to copy and paste. It works. So we did need a bunch of those pieces. We needed these pieces. The last thing I need is stackers and these gray pieces, which these gray pieces, I liked their recipe. Control V, that one. Let's put it like that. And that's working off of a single input. Crap. Really? A single input supplies all of this. Apparently. Problem with that is that means that I need like 4 of these. It will have 2 outputs though. Interesting. Is that true? Yes. 2 outputs, 1 input. 2 outputs, 1 input. Didn't I just handle that somewhere? I did. How did I handle it? Wait. Are these ones just way prettier? Are these doing exactly what I'm trying to do? I think they are. Oh, we already did this. Sweet. Stop! Oh, I have to zoom out. That one, X. I think these are doing exactly what I want to do. Let's go find out. I'm going to put these right here for right now. Put that one right there. That one. That one. That one. Okay, so this should give me the gray pieces that I need. Let's test it and see. Those are the gray pieces that I need. We have the red pieces. I do need a thing to 180 flip some of them. But that's easy. Especially, we have the 180 flipper. So, I want to take one belt of these and 180 flip it. Where? Right here is fine. Not all of them. This is just going to be a super simple thing, I think. So that for that one, that for that one, this for this one, this for this one. I think that's it. Super simple blueprint. That flips them, and then flip it, rotate it. That one. This, Control S, is 1.180 flip. Cool. Do I want this? I don't know. What exactly is it that you do? You do weird things. I don't know if this becomes a blueprint. I do need one for cutting things, but I don't think that's it. What the hell was I doing? Oh, this was supposed to be my stacker blueprint. Right. So I do want the stacker blueprint. The stacker blueprint goes with these. This one. So, I think 2 inputs and output. I don't know, I'm just going to spread things out a little bit for right now. Didn't spread them out enough. Spread them out that much. Alright, so if I input one of these, it doesn't matter who's on top and who's on bottom. And then I input that. And then come over here. And we can go down with these. Going down with these is a little bit weirder than with the other things. Fine. And then come up, and that plugs in. And then go down, come up, come in. It's beautiful. So now, that should give me the 2 diagonal red pieces. In theory. Haven't actually tested the stacker yet. And then we have to stack it with the blue and the white. Multiple stacks. Stacks on stacks on stacks. It'd be nice to see this working. Hey, it is working. Cool. And we already have the 180 flipper for the blues. How many blues do I have? I only have 1 full belt of them. But that means that there's 4 lines. With 4 lines, I can do quite a bit. So these ones are facing this way. I want half of them to face the other way. So 2 of these are going to go into flippers. Let's make space once again. Space things out. These ones want to go on top. All right. Those ones go on top. But half of them want to get 180 flipped, which are these. We will actually use 2 of those. The 180 flips have to come as the final piece. No. No, they don't. The other ones have to come as the final piece. These ones can get added to the red right now. I think that's true. So we have 2 of these stackers. I'm gonna want 2 of the same. I still need to stack one more thing afterwards. Doesn't matter who's on top. Thinking for a second. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna disconnect this. All right, so that should almost be the whole thing, except we still need to stack in that gray piece, which, didn't I have that somewhere? That gray piece. I think those are right here. They are. So, we need to do this same stacker setup, and if I go down, I can copy it with the belts. It's weird that you have to go down a layer to copy it with the belts, and you have to paste it down a layer. So now, if I created a blueprint with these 2, I would have to go down a layer to paste it. You don't have to do that with other things in the game, so that's one of the weird quirks in this game, in my mind, is that platforms don't behave the same way other things do. We do have to figure out the output. The output, I'm just gonna do this. So, come up a layer, the outputs. Doesn't matter who's on top. That one. That one. All right. And then these ones need to go in the bottom of this. And then these are the outputs, which want to get plugged into my base. And my base is right here. All of this is somewhat temporary. This is mainly just me getting the most basic blueprints figured out. Alright, so this one needs to be an input. So I didn't really need to copy these ones. They're kind of a pain to delete from underneath too, because you do things like that. I do things like that. Alright, what we want is to come back up. This one, come down. This one, come up. It's beautiful. So the last piece is plugging this in. This one Oh, it needs to go in up there. I knew that. That one. That should be everything that I need, and then I just have to plug in this one. So, I think if I get rid of this top view, so if we, not what I meant to do, if I zoom in, then hit V, then, oh, but I don't want to delete those. Shift, click, drag. I do want to delete all of this. I do want to delete this. And then I want to go to the top view and delete this. I just wanted to leave those one lines. Those lines into the upper area. Because those are useful. That's basically what I want to do up here, really. What are you doing? Zoom in. So now, copy this. Flip it. And rotate it? No, I did not mean to flip it. That's what I meant to do. That looks good to me. I don't have to be elevating like this, and really, if I'm going to elevate like this, I'd rather it was elevated like out here. That way, I still can bring things in on the upper level if I want to. Hey, are those the pieces that we need? No. Yes. Yes, they are. We need 1,600 of those, and I'm only making 2 belts. All of that, and I'm only making 2 belts. I thought I had expanded to make 4. I might have. If I did, all I would have to do is plug in more of these, so I can easily expand it. The other thing I could do, though, is we could go look at this green one. So to get that green one, I will have to go out, into the world. I don't have to go very far. I do have these red ones set up. They're not the best. They would be, though, if I just set up a trash can with it. I don't know if those are exactly what I want with this. But I do want these two. Okay, we just want that piece. Yeah, but I could get 2 of them. If we look at the tasks, if we look at the milestones total, I am going to want 2 of them for each of these. And we want 6,000 of these total, 2,000 of these, 1,200 of these. I don't know if I want to waste them. It doesn't really matter, though, now that I think about it, because we have 2 whole things of these. Huh. For right now, 2 full... So 8 full belts. I think 8 full belts of greens would be plenty. That means what? Rotate them once. I have a 180 rotator, but we could use... And the rotators... What am I doing? Hit B. Okay, there we go. This 180 flip. Instead of a 180 flip... I could just switch these. So I want to go which way? Does it matter? If we go that way, what does it look like? That would work. Do I want to do it the other way, though? Let's see what the other way looks like. That's a 180. That is not what I meant to do. Let's see what that looks like. I guess it doesn't really make much difference. So this would be a 90 degree. Is that a 90? Yeah, I guess it... Is that a 90 degree when these are 6 segments? It doesn't feel like a 90. Because if it was a 90, wouldn't it rotate it so that it's like halfway on one of these? I think this thing's lying to me. I think it's actually like a 1/3. What would that be? A 120 degree? Or, no, like a 60 degree. Isn't that a 60 degree, not a 90 degree? I'm not sure. All right, this one. I guess I'm gonna call it. It's definitely not a 90. I think it's a 60. All right, Control S. 1 dot. 60. Flip. Even though it calls itself a 90, I'm pretty sure it's lying. And then I just want a thing to cut in half. But I only want to keep... Wait. Oh, no. I just screwed it up for a bit. Here, what I'm going to do is delete this one. Control C, Control V. Just so that I can see what's the correct output for each of those. Okay, so they all should end up being the exact same, I think. They are. Perfect. I could have just looked at this one. Then we want cutters. Have I thought about what I want with the cutters? Not enough. I could have half of the cutter output go out one side, half of it go out the other. Good. With these cutters. 22 per minute, takes 4 of these per line. So it's difficult to get. How many would I need for 4 lines? 16 of them. 16 is doable, I think, but it would be very difficult. Very, very difficult. But I'm trying to trash half of their outputs. Still. It's a lot easier if I try and do it in 2 pieces. Wait, didn't I already do that? I did, but I think I did it with like weird flippers in there. Huh. And I don't know if I am trying to trash half of their outputs. So if I'm not trying to trash half of their outputs, then what? Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out. We can start doing this. Ooh, that doesn't work super well. That works better. That doesn't work super well. But it would if I scooted it back. Do I want to scoot it back? I guess so. Or I could bump it up. Either way, really. All right, and then so this is gonna come up. That's gonna be a little bit awkward. Only a little bit. Did I just do that backwards? Yes, I did. That's what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. So now that gives me half of one of the things that I wanted. Is that correct? Only if I don't care. Do I care about saving the other piece? Because I could flip this 180 and then cut it again and get off the other piece. I don't think I care. Okay. If I don't care. Trash. This one. Shift B. This. Nope. Control S. This is one dot trash. No! Control Z. There we go. Except that's actually set wrong. Ah! Okay, another quirk I don't like. If I accidentally hit Q and go down a level, and then when I'm in platform mode, then I try and build here, I'm still stuck on the lower platform, and I don't even think you can build down there. So it is a little bit strange feeling. Okay, that. That. Except I don't actually want you or you. And I do want to update that blueprint, and I don't know if there's a way. So what I'm going to do... What does this mean? Refresh. All right, I'm going to come to you. But how do I delete that? I don't actually know. Trash. This one. Replace. Contents replaced. What? Delete. All right, this one. Control S is one dot trash. I don't even really need that. And I could set it so that all four of these have trash, but it's easy enough to just copy and paste this to the other ones. We'll see. So far, this is the first time I've made a trash blueprint, so normally I would just trash it right here. I don't know if I want to do that or not, so I'm not doing it. What I want to do is run these across. That one goes right there. Okay, this one's more of a pain. And that one right there. Now, this one. So this one inputs one full belt, and it gives me halves on both sides. Halves on both sides, but the second one, I would like the output to be right there. So if I don't want to use a full platform, kind of makes more sense to me not to use the full platform. But the question is, what if I want to use both of these halves? If I want to use both of the halves... What the hell were you jumping over? Nobody knows. What the hell are you jumping over? Oh, they're jumping over these legs, so they'll need to do that again over here. Understood. So they'll jump over this. This one, we can ramp up. And we can ramp down. The ramps in this game, sometimes they automatically place, a lot of times they don't. Which is probably just me not knowing how they work yet. But also I just don't use ramps that much. A little bit. Alright, I think that's what I want, but this is a weird setup. Very strange. I don't know if I want to set a blueprint for that. I don't feel like it's very good. I do want to start turning those in. We need 1,200 of them. And where am I turning things in? We're turning things in on this belt. This is kind of a mess. I shouldn't have built this where I did. Could just create another turn-in spot. Or we can plug it into the existing one. Since I have tons of platforms, but that won't be true for long, there are things I'm going to want to go get that will use up a ton of platforms. Plus now I have to go connect this, but that's easy. Like that. Like that. This one. Is there an easy way to get this one to do a similar thing? Not really, but kind of. Flip it. Rotate it. So I do want this one set up, but I did want to have this one ready to plug in. Might as well plug it in now. Future me will be happy that I did, probably. Alright, so I'm sending in a few things, and then I need to stack a bunch of these. Oh, but I have to rotate them. Why the hell? Oh, right, that was just a few of those outputs. There won't be many of those. I wonder if that's any of the tasks. Because if it is, then I should turn those in. Ooh, wait, is that close to what that was? Ooh, this one. I could be working on these. For right now, I don't think that's a priority. I would like to get my milestone 3 things producing. And then I could either ramp them up or leave it to run off video until the next episode. Because we're not that far away from having it. I got the pieces that I need. We already have a 180 thing. Could use more of these, but that's easy. Give myself some room. So, if I want more of them, how much are they saturating this belt? Not at all. One of those, so total I could have 4 of these, and really we have 2 sets of miners. No, I could have 2 of these, I think, with these 2 sets of miners. Is that all I can handle? Probably. I'm just gonna do this. That doesn't feel like many of those, especially if I'm gonna be flipping half of them, which I am. Huh. I didn't have to waste half of these greens. And I currently am. I don't love the trash on the side. Oh, right. You don't come out the front. Overall, I don't like these blueprints that much. I'm going to redo these, probably. Most likely. This one. Oh, wait. These are... Oh, these are slight rotators, right. So ultimately, we're going to want a 180 one of these. Doesn't have to be 180 yet, but no harm in doing it. And then we're going to stack those... No, at first... Oh, there is a harm. Undo, undo. At first... Oh, I need to 180 all of them, don't I? Milestones. Yeah, at first I want to 180 all of them. Huh. With that in mind... Blueprint. 180. Blueprint. 180. This one, this one. So now, after I turn in 1,200 of these, we can start combining them onto the whole mess of things. These ones don't have to go where they're currently going. So where would I like them to go instead? Up here somewhere. This is why I delete my factory in this game somewhat frequently. Because look at this mess. And it does matter who's on top. So this one is a stacker. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to redo this because I like the bottom to be coming in from this side. I guess it doesn't matter. It's just easier for me to keep track of, and then the top coming in from the side. I don't know why this just feels like the bottom to me. So right now, you would just go in right here. I don't remember, did we have enough for 2 of these? I think we did. But do I have enough of the greens for 2 of them? I don't think so. I do for this first phase, but not for the next phase. Oh well. Figure that out in a little bit. Okay, so some of these could start to split already. And I think it goes in right there. Okay, that was not what I meant to do. This one, this one, this one. There we go. And then the outputs. I didn't set up those outputs well. It's fine. And then this can plug in right there. So that should just stack these green ones right on top. Nice. And we're almost at 1,200 of these. I probably already have the ones I need being sent, so we can disconnect that. Nice. Next up, I am going to want to only flip half of these and have the other half stack. But first, let's make these 2,000, I guess. I need like 6,000 of the others, though. Which kind of means that I want to expand my production of all of these. Let's make sure. These are getting used as quick as they're producing, I think. So the real way to check, I believe, waiting for more items to calculate efficiency, is just checking if this thing's at 100%. Plus, if everything wasn't running right, these belts would... It does look like they're backed up. The belts are weird. If they were backed up, I feel like they would be more densely packed. Because I think they can get more densely packed. Yeah. No, that... I don't know. Look, right here, they're super densely packed, but that's because they're splitting off. I don't know. Alright, so what is the limiting factor? Might be these blue things. I mean, we have plenty of the other pieces. Oh, right. I have one of these. Oh, and I'm throwing away a lot of this. More than I need to be. But I don't want to be reassembling it. I guess I'm only throwing away a third of each. Still, more than I'd like to be. The bigger thing is, we're only mining one full miner of these blue ones. The red ones, I'm only mining one full miner, but they split into more pieces. With every one of these, I'm getting 4. Could get 6. 1 for 4 seems pretty good. We are using 2 of those, but we're using 2 of the blues as well. And I have significantly less of the blues, so the blues feel like the limiting factor right now. I think that's true. Ooh. These have those blues that I need. They're a better source of them. Keeping in mind that I only have 94 platforms unless I did some tasks, which I could do. Also, there just aren't that many belts of these. So, I could get 8 full belts. Where right here from this, it does give 8 full belts of the half ones. Wait, if it gives 8 full belts... This isn't right. Oh, this isn't right. It's only running at half speed. So the easy solution to this, it's not super pretty, is just to do that. I did not spread these out enough. Okay. Spread things out more would be good. That should double my production right there. So now I should get 8 full belts, which would help a ton. But I could get 8 full belts out of these 2 miners as well. What are they currently doing? They're doing weird things. What if instead of that... what? I rotate them and cut them in different ways. I kind of just want to get the next phase, or the next milestone, this 6,000, at least set up and running, but for that to happen, I have to finish these 2,000. With 8 full belts of these, I should be able to get 4 full belts of final product, which means 360 per minute. 360 per minute should get 2,000 fairly fast. The only thing is there's a long delay between those blues making it all the way from this mine to right here. The other thing is, if I was going to do more than 4 belts, then suddenly I do have to think about this going like this. Which we can do. Right now I'm not sending more than 4, but if I doubled it, I would need 2 whole things to plug in to the vortex, to the center. So now, if I double my production, is it really just doubling those blues? If it's just doubling the blues, I should probably do it. I'm not really set up to take in double the blues, though. I think I would have to double everything else. What are these ones doing? No, maybe we are just waiting on the blues. Look, they're starting to build up. That's a good sign. It is a good sign. The game is freaking out, man. Alright, these ones are backed up. These ones are starting to back up. These ones will start to back up. I might have enough production, it might just take a while before I can actually see that reflected. I think I have exactly enough for the setup that I currently have. So the reason I don't want to double it really is if I double it, we're going to have half the production once I start doing other things with these greens. Yeah, but the greens are backed up, so maybe that's not true. I could start making some with the greens producing the other way. That would be kind of good to do. Especially if I do have an excess of these. Alright, to get the greens doing what I want, we need a stacker. I'm just going to start setting that up. This one. So that is a stacker. How many stackers? Probably only one, but could set up 2. Do I want to think about the inputs and the outputs? Not really. Doesn't matter who's on top. If it doesn't matter who's on top, then I can do this. And I can do that. Cool. This one. Plug it in. Plug it in. Alright, so that should make me the green ones on both sides, which want to be combined with these ones. And for these ones, I do care. These ones have to go on top. On top means through the side. Yes. Slowly moving further away from things. Huh. Could flip this. That'll confuse me. Confusing myself is always fun. We can do that. Nope. Control Z, come up a level. Go down a level. delete, delete. Fine. Okay, so that should be making the next ones for after these 2,000 complete, and that can just plug in right here. I was curious to see if after all of that, the green is still backed up. I mean, I know the answer. The answer is dealing with this blue production. It's just, I'm creating a custom solution for a problem that isn't going to exist after solving this. But it's a custom solution that I kind of already have because I have it with these gray ones. Huh. What piece do these gray ones cut out? No, because that's after I cut it in half, which I could get the ones that cut it in half. I do already have that. We still have 53 platforms. So the ones that cut it in half, is that what these are? No, these are the same as the gray. I did make one that cuts it in half. It's the one up here. If I cut things in half first. I have no idea what this one was doing, so I could probably just delete it, but for right now I'm going to set it over there just in case I want it. I can always delete it whenever I need more platforms. Hey, we finished a shape goal, which means to turn this off. Nice. Which means to turn this off. Or I could input this green into this area. Could do that. I mean, we're already kind of set up for it. Kind of. It's a mess. It's all getting deleted soon anyways. Wait. Why are those upside down? Why would I do this to myself? Okay, top goes in the bottom. Top goes in the bottom. Top goes in the bottom. Hey, here I did it right. Top goes in the bottom. It's because I flipped these upside down. Top goes in the bottom. Control X. That one. This one. Control V. Flip it. Top goes in the bottom. Is there stuff underneath here? Looks like there is. Is that stuff that's underneath a pane? Looks like it is. And I don't think there's a good way to hide what's above. Oh no, there isn't stuff underneath. Okay, cool. Sadly, for whatever reason in this view, You can toggle floor visibility, which is useless to me, but I can't toggle hide the upper layer. Which is very strange, because if I go to like this platform, I can hide the upper layer. Toggle floor visibility. But in platform view, it doesn't do anything. Like hide these top platforms. Little things like that do bother me. When you're like, you have this cool thing in the game. It makes perfect sense. Why are you inconsistent with it? And now you're not doing the thing that you were doing a second ago. These are still working through all of these, and they're working through them because they don't have enough. Because we don't have enough of the blue pieces. I was gonna try and fix that. Look, we need 6,000 of these. I could just work on tasks instead. Tasks would make way more sense because those could use blueprints that I could actually use. Or this blueprint isn't really one that I could actually use. I can use the halves though. Huh. So if I was gonna work on tasks, all I would do is delete this. Really, I would move that right here. Move that right here. Oh. I see why I wanted to space that out. Although, wait a second. Undo. Kind of forgot. These belts can hold more than normal belts can. The only thing is the outputs will take two sides, or the inputs. This thing, it'll have to come in through right here as well. Cool. Which I can do. Alright, that should saturate all 8 of these belts, I think, which is kind of stupid because we only need 300 of each of those. Also, I don't know if I'm actually sending the pieces that I need. Doesn't look like I am, but if I rotate them, I will be. And I will need these pieces, I just need them for later on. So which pieces are we getting? Oh no, these are pieces that I already have. So yeah, I have to rotate. Rotate. Where's the best place to do that? I mean, ideally I would do it right here, and I kind of can. I can. So we need... It's gonna take a second to see what the actual effect of this is. Nope. That is not the correct way. Go back down. Also, that one's not hooked up. So, the way that I would like to rotate... This way? What if it's 180? I'm not sure. Wait, am I rotating them again over here? So, a bunch of the flat ones went through. We're looking for 1 gray and 2 grays. But I think the order actually matters, or something weird. So the one that got rotated is going to be coming out here. Is that actually what I want? I think that one with the blue on the bottom is. But what about the other half of it? Where is the other half of it? The other half of it doesn't feel right. Weird. Very strange. flip it, rotate it. Probably should have pasted that with the belts. Oh well. What? Why am I like this? Okay, what do we need to do here? Stop! Delete this. There, it's beautiful. Now, is it possible to have you? No. Okay. I feel like I did it over here, but maybe I didn't. Hit C. Rotate it. Hit C. Rotate it. You know what? This is fine. Everything is fine. Look at that. We started getting one of the pieces. But I thought that I was getting that piece. I don't think I'm getting this other piece, which seems strange. We are getting a bunch of the ones that I need for the milestone. I do not think that I'm getting... I should figure it out. I don't want to figure it out. I really don't want to figure it out. I would rather figure out the next piece of this, which is this one, or these ones. But I don't know if I really want to figure those out either. This one doesn't look bad, the stacker thing. Because we already have a 180 flipper, we already have a stacker, and they come in this arrangement. So this one looks easy. This one, I just don't feel like thinking about it. So, do I have 300 of these being sent? Probably not. Also, why are these backed up and these are not backed up? I feel like there's something wrong with this setup beyond the fact that I'm not getting... Alright, so we need on the left 2 blue. On the left 2 blue. On the left 2 blue. And they're starting out like this. If I just rotated it 180, what would that do? If I did that and then just cut them in half without rotating again, that really should be... No. I want to rotate them. If I want to rotate them twice one way, isn't that the same as rotating them once the other way? Because it feels like it is. Are they rotating again before they cut or anything weird? No, they're just cutting. Are they rotating after they cut? Maybe, but if they are, it's a 180. No. I say no, but they're all facing the same direction. How are they all facing the same direction? Because the cutter... How are you all facing the same direction? Oh, because half of it goes out this way, half of it goes out this way. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Wait! We did start getting these. How did we start getting those? This one looks correct. Wait, this one looks correct. This one looks correct. The only one that doesn't look correct is this one that I just messed with. Put those back. We are getting these pieces. There just is a large delay. I don't fully understand. I don't have to fully understand. Main thing is we're starting to get those pieces. So the next thing after that. Oh, the next thing after that would be to do 2 of the rotators. Oh, I didn't say which direction the 60-degree rotators are. And really, I could just use the 180 and modify it. Okay, I want to go to B, and then 60-degree flip. So that inputs a whole belt, I think. The other thing would be just to flip them when I mine them, which is kind of what we're doing at the moment. Huh. We've already got these 300. I thought when I clicked it, it zoomed me into the task. Okay, it does if I go to here, but not if I go to there. Got it. Wait, what? Oh, I can't complete that one until I complete this one. All right, they're being completed. It is happening. I'm going to be patient. And we've got 2,000 out of 6,000. So while this is completing, we're getting tasks done. I feel good about that. All right. So the rotates. I think I'm just going to handle rotating them at the miners. Then, so for this one, we need to flip half of them. So if I go to B, if I do a 180 flip on this half, and then if we go to B and we do... Wait, I didn't put a stack in here? This one. Because I didn't love the stack. That's okay. Control S. Normal save. 1 point. And you are a stack. Except I should say stack, bottom is top. Does it matter who's on top? No. Cool. Doesn't matter who's on top. Do I want to flip it? Flip it, rotate it. The answer is yes. Do I want more than one of these? No, I think one's plenty. Hey, we got our 300, which means unlock, unlock. And it means, do I want to keep these for anything? I really don't. I don't even remember what you're doing. They're cutting things. Oh, these are just the half cutters. I need to set up a better blueprint for that. I'm just going to delete that. All right, so now I want to rotate these to be vertical, which means we just want to rotate once the other direction. So we want to rotate this way. That one, that one, that one, that one. That one, that one, that one, that one. I now see the problem. Or a problem. That one. That one. This one. This one. That one. Fix it all. You. 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 What the hell? Who set this up? I see why this one wasn't causing a problem. It wasn't causing a problem because this miner wasn't hooked up. Got it. I understand everything. This one. That one. This one. You. You. Good enough. Kind of a mess. Look, they're vertical. That's what I wanted. So now... that. And then we've already got the stacker. Then it's just that and that. And that will make this one. Then we could set it up so that what? So that I'm doing... Oh, I don't have... Huh. If I cut them in half, I could stack the halves. And then... Oh, I see. It is kind of pretty. I like what it's asking me to do a bit. So I could cut them in half, get their proper halves, stack them like this, then take two of these, stack those together to make this one. This is 4 things stacked after cutting them in half. I kind of like it. Is this going at full speed? Because it doesn't look like it. I think it's going at 50%. 57 is a weird number. Maybe it will be going full speed. Could be waiting for the other one. I think it's going full speed. We need 500 of this one, and it's 4 stacks, so that will take a bit of time. For this one, we only need 200, so that should go pretty quick. Doing 90 per minute, that should take a little bit over 2 minutes. This one is half done. If we go look, I did not need 2 belts, because I didn't increase the blue input. These blues. They are backing up. They're backing up. You're backing up. We're using the perfect amount, I think. Would you say 100%? Probably. Waiting for more items to calculate efficiency. What the hell's your problem? I don't want to talk about it. So, my stacker blueprint has a slight flaw. I just happened to click the right stacker. It's amazing. Hey, we got 200 of these. Cool. Oh, I could also do this one because there are mines set up for that one nearby. Kind of nearby. I have 43 platforms, so yeah, it really is only kind of nearby. Still, could plan for that. This. Should have just done straight back. It doesn't matter. Well, think about that. I don't know what I used U2 for. Okay, so the stacker blueprint got screwed up. How do we update it? The only way I know right now is just to delete it. That was not what I meant to do. Stop. So I have to go. There we go. Now I have to go up a level. This one. Not that these have enough ingredients to really saturate the belts anyways, so it does not matter for these. The greens. I use that stacker quite a bit. All of the stackers. So these are not stackers. Those are where I was cutting them. These are not stackers. These look like stackers. And they're important ones. Okay, this one. Another good reason to tear down the factory every time. All right, blueprints. 1 stack. Blueprints. Right click. replaces the contents, but not title/icon of this blueprint with the contents of your clipboard, which usually is the last blueprint you copied. Oh, Control C. Then we hit escape, then we hit B, then we right click this, then we hit replace. That was super simple. Contents replaced. Then we hit B, then we click this, then we rotate. Why are you like this? Go up a level. Okay, zoom out. Click this. Hit Control C. Right click. Hit B. Hit B. Right click. Replace. Save. Oh, I probably needed to hit save. Why? I rotated this to face up. Rotated to face up. I hate you. Delete. Blueprints. Right click. Delete. This one. Control S. One dot. Stack. Bam. Could make folders and clean out all of my old blueprints and only have the new ones for this. And then, if we go to B, if we do one stack, if we zoom in, look, it even did it where it's facing up. Do I want it to face up? I don't know, maybe. It looks beautiful. I thought that last time, but this time it truly looks kind of beautiful, maybe. All right, delete you, delete you. So now this one is done. Do I have any more need for that? No. I don't think so. And we have the components to remake it. Sweet. So now, what I want is the ones to cut it in half. For each of these. The ones to cut it in half. I don't have blueprinted. These ones. I have 36 platforms. I'm gonna put you like that. All right, so that should give me the blues and the uncolored, whatever, the gray. Then I want a 180. Go check. Who goes on which side? The blues go on this side. Grays go on this side. It doesn't really matter which one I 180, but it's easier if we visualize it, like if I match it to the picture. And since there's no preference, might as well. 180 flip. That one. This one. And then we want to stack with blue on bottom. I can totally do this. This is within my ability to do. We only need 400 of those and then 500 of these. All right, so blueprints. I want a one stack. This thing. We're gonna want multiple of these, but I can just copy and paste them. So the bottom is the top. Bottom is the top. We want blue on the bottom. Blue on the bottom. Blue on the bottom. And this is going to give a full belt of it. Blue on the bottom. Gray on the top. Then we want another gray. Then we want the blue. Bottom on the top. go down, come up, plug it in. This one. Go down, come up, plug it in. And this one. Plug it in. No! That one. Plug it in. Alright, so that should make the halves. Then we do a 180 and an adder. And half of the 180 goes each way. I didn't really leave space for that, but that's fine. Hey, that looks like what we were trying to make. So once that's done, ooh, platform limit of 2. Once that's done, I did not need all this space to do it. I think as soon as I finish the milestone, I want to get this last thing set up before ending the episode. But as soon as I get the milestone, I think it would give me platform limits, and then I could let these go. And then we can delete everything except for the miners. I don't have to. And I would want to add these half splitters. Huh. I don't love adding this as a blueprint. We'll replace it later. So this is one split in half. Split in half. Sure. Now, I think I can delete everything except for the miners, which I can delete. 5,900. How long's this episode? Almost 2 hours, of course. Of course, of course. Look, things are coming in. I'm not producing enough of them, but that's alright. We only need 400. It's just a long delay between producing them and them actually reaching the vortex. 6,000! We've done it. Come over here. Milestones. Unlock. Fluid and painting is going to be tomorrow. Platform limit 625. Bam. Hit X. So now look at all those platforms. It's amazing. Trains. I have not touched trains yet. Trains in this game probably aren't bad, but in a lot of games, trains are a pain. It feels like I have a lot of extra blue pieces. Why does it feel that way? Maybe just because there's such a long lag. I don't know. Oh, I got the platforms that I wanted. So I want to set this up to be able to stack this, which means that I want half of this. I don't have to do it yet, but half of you are going to come off here. Hit B. We want 180 flip. B. 180 flip. That one. And then another of these. And doesn't matter who's on top or who's on bottom. That one's going to be coming in from the side is fine. This one can go in from here. This one can go down, connect in. Disconnect this, disconnect this. Come back up, connect like that, connect into there. So, hey, we finished the thing. So this should make the exact one that we need as soon as these get here. And then they're already plugged in. We just have to make 500 of them. Wait, that looks super simple. Blue and flower. Wait, isn't blue like right here? No. No. Oh, but we got the painter. Right. Okay. So that should be easy. Ooh, there's one right here. It's not that far away. There's another one. This one's massive. That would produce so many of these. This one's also massive. Is there a flower nearby? Because so far, I don't have one of those. A flower. There's one of these. Am I blind? Probably. I would settle for a half flower. Half flower? I don't want to go too far out. I know I can find one if I go far enough out. Ooh, that's as far as you can zoom out. That does have a half flower on it. That might be what I'm doing. And it's a large island. Is there a full flower? I don't... Oh, there is one! Right here. How far is that? That might not actually be that far. And it's fairly big. It's very big. Alright, so we could do shape miner. One of these, two of these, three of these, four of these. Then these. Then the question is, how far is this? And the answer is very, very, wholly very far. 547. 547. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's not the worst. Huh. I mean, it's kind of bad. Do I need something with these greens? Probably. Right now, the answer is no. So this is going to take forever for those to flow, but once they do flow, it'll fill up these 3,000 very quick. Especially, it'll fill 2 of these belts. It would fill 4 of them, no problem. This one should actually produce those 500 fairly quick. 90 per minute. I think that's what we're doing. 90 per minute would take just over 5 minutes, but it's already been going for a little bit. Hey, we have research points. Could use research points to get faster belts, which I do really appreciate, but there are other things that I like as well. I've not really used the swapper, but there's probably a good reason to use it. I do like the stacker bent quite a bit. Stacker bent. I've not done 3rd floor building, but it sounds amazing. Fluid tank. Fluid tank doesn't seem that useful, but maybe it is. Bigger foundations, I'm not a big fan of. I mean, in theory I could, but really, ooh, labels sound awesome. Vortex inputs. What is shape multiplier? Shape multiplier sounds like it might be amazing. Ooh. So getting more vortex inputs would be good, especially if I saturate it. Operator shape receiver. Simulated buildings allows you to simulate the cutting, stacking, unstacking, and painting of logical shape signals. I don't know what the hell that means. Logic gates. Oh god. This game might get more complicated than I was thinking. I don't know. I haven't made it that far yet. I've made it to milestone 5, but I haven't actually done any of the things in here. Who knows? This red paint, that should be super simple. Actually, all of this paint should be super simple. The only thing is we need 14,000 of them, but that's not too bad. And we're almost at 500 while I was looking at this. And this isn't even going to be close. And as soon as this hits, I should make sure these are actually producing. Wait. Oh, I never put miners on here. Yeah, that would have been good to do. So we can go to blueprint and we can get 1 miner. This one, that one, that one, that one. That would have been nice. Luckily, these are pretty hands-off. they should start producing. They will. And in theory, if I could make use of all 16 belts of this, it's 90 times 16, which is a huge number. That's 1440, I think. So, but I'm only making use of half of that, which is like 720. But that has to travel so far to actually make it here. All right, tomorrow we'll play with paint and see if we can make it into milestone 4. But for now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.